the chair, come to hair therapy. We talk real things, I'ma share with you carefully. Now this is rare for me, now I don't normally do this, but my producer said to add a little music. Now tell me who this is. It's the Atlanta Beauty Network. Welcome to Chat Chat. 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 Welcome to Chat Chat.
Hi, it's Mo Clark checking in with Chair Talk with Miss Chaka, and we are actually going to have a conversation today about entrepreneurship and so many things surrounding the entrepreneurship. Hi, Chaka.
Hi, Mo.
So you are the owner, creator, founder, so many different titles of the Chicago Beauty Network, the Atlanta Beauty Network, the New York Beauty Network, which I just literally found out about 5 minutes ago. But congratulations on all of that. So I just want to kind of jump into it to find out what made you want to get in the beauty industry, because you do hair and makeup and all things beauty. So what actually made you want to get into that industry?
Yes, ma'am. So it was funny. Back when I was about 12 years old, right? I started off doing hair. It was kind of like one of those things where I was sitting somewhere watching TV, and I seen a hairstyle on TV, and the person that was in the room with me, I literally started looking at them, looking at the TV, looking at them, looking at the TV, and I'm like, that style would look really good on this person. So what I did was, in my mind, I start computing and digitizing this style on a person. So next thing I know, from there, I literally started doing a test run. Like, hey, let me try this style on you. And when I did it, it came out exactly how I saw it in my mind. So crazy how it got started. It was just a mind thing, and me just kind of seeing things and being like, oh, that's cute. Like, I would even get caught staring at people. You know, I'm like, don't think I'm a weirdo. You know, I'm staring at you like I'm putting this whole look together for you. And they're just like, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, now that I got it in my mind, can I try it? And they were like, okay, let's try it. So at that point, I started doing hair. And I started off with mom and sister, and then their friends saw. And once their friends saw, they was like, oh yeah, can your daughter do my hair? Can your sister do my hair? And so, you know, it just kept going and growing from there. And the next thing I knew, I had the entire junior high on lockdown, because this all started like around that seventh grade year. And from junior high, it continued on into high school. I had the entire high school, you know, coming. Yeah, baby. It was like, okay, come on to my house. We're gonna sit in my living room. We're gonna eat, watch music videos, and we doing hair. And so we did that. It was about maybe about 10 of us deep at a time, you know, like, hey, we get our hair done today. This is hair day. And so it became like, you know, a little party, a little kick it. And so we kept doing that, kept going. And from there, I actually transferred high schools my freshman year. I went to Rich Central High School, which is over in Olympia Fields. So when I went there, it basically just expanded my territory.
Because you had both.
Exactly. Now I have both high schools from 2 different neighborhoods, and everything is all coming together. So I was known in a few different communities. So when it was time to do a party or do some hair, baby, we had it popping. And it just kept growing, and it was just like, you know what? I want to be a salon owner, because I think my thing was more so to help a lot of people. My mom used to always say, girl, you don't need no salon. Just go in there and do your hair, you know, do people's hair, you know, and come on home. And I'm just like, it's bigger than that for me. You know, for everybody else, it's okay. You know, they want to do their clients and go home. There's nothing wrong with that. But me, I've always been a person who's always wanted to help people, who've always wanted to pull out your best potential. I want to see people grow. So if I see potential in you, I'm like, girl, you can make X amount of dollars. You cold with this. Let me help you perfect it. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let's build your clientele and let's do it. So, you know, being a salon owner was just a thing that was, you know, natural for me. And so I just kept going. And the ownership started in 2007 all the way until now. So.
So let me ask you this, because it was so funny. I was thinking this while you were saying it. because you were kind of discussing how you look at people
Yes.
and you don't want people to think you're weird. So it reminded me of a situation with my mom when I was a little girl, where she had a hairstylist that did hair out of her home.
Yes.
They call them kitchen sink girls,
Yes.
kitchen girls.
Kitchen beautician.
And she had this hairstyle. It was back when people used to put the ponytails in the microwave, right?
Girl, the rotted
The
ponytails.
stacked ponytails. And my mom, she got the girl to do her hair.
Yes.
Now, I'm younger at this point, but I was still old enough to wear a stacked ponytail. I just
Okay.
didn't have mine like that. And I can remember my mom absolutely hated her hair.
Girl.
She hated her hair. And we went to the drive-thru at Crystal's, and the girl was like, it was a young girl at the window. And my mom, she told my mom, she's like, oh my God, your hair is so cute. And my mom was like, oh my God, I hate this. And da-da-da-da. Like, I look like a chicken head, and it was crazy. But while you were discussing that, it just kind of made me wonder, have you ever been in those situations where, and I know you have, but it's an interview, I gotta ask.
Of course.
Where clients come and they show you something, and you're visualizing it in your head, knowing that's not for you.
Like no
when
way.
you have those moments, do you give the customer what they want, or do you kind of, kindly say, "Oh, you got a drink today"?
Baby.
Okay, go ahead and pour your drink. Okay,
we're gonna
pour it up. Okay,
we're gonna pour it up because this is where the
you're
nitty,
teaching me because I just was out and be like, that ain't for you.
baby, the nitty gets gritty. Okay, let me just say that. Okay.
That ain't for you.
That ain't for you. Okay, so every single person that I've ever serviced, they know me and they trust me.
Yes.
Because they know I'm not just gonna give them anything.
Right.
Everybody. So I have clients that say, I'm paying you. You supposed to just do what I want.
Yeah.
And I look at them like, no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking your money
Mm-hmm.
to make you walk around looking like a fool.
Right.
That's my name that you're sporting out here.
Right.
You're not getting ready to be my walking billboard and look like a fool.
I love that.
So my people know I love you enough to respect you enough to tell you no.
Yeah.
If it's gonna look good, I'll do it. But
Yeah.
if it's not gonna fit your face, if it's gonna make you look bad, if it's gonna make my work look bad,
Yeah.
if it's gonna make us look bad,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, honey, that's a no. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not walking around as my billboard looking a mess.
And I think that's what happened to my mom. I think it didn't fit her face.
Yes. So,
I think it didn't fit her face, and that's why she didn't like it. But you're absolutely right, because I can see that being an issue if you do give somebody what they want, and you know that it's not gonna
it's not for
enhance
them. Yeah.
Then once somebody else says it before you say it, they've already gotten it done, and they're out here in the world looking like who done it and why.
Thank you.
Now they want to come back and complain. So
Yeah.
that brings me to my next question about actually being a brand owner.
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
a lot of people think that things happen overnight.
No.
They think the following goes up, the clientele goes up. You're actually a celebrity hairstylist. You work
Yes,
with
ma'am.
celebrities. And a lot of people think, oh, well, that just started. Because, I've met you since you moved to Atlanta.
Yes.
So it does seem like it happened overnight, but you've been here for a little while.
Right.
But you also have the industry before you moved to Atlanta. So let's talk about being a brand owner and what that actually looks like. the
Yes,
climb.
ma'am. So I actually, I started doing celebrity work back in Chicago. I had a lot of, some of my true girlfriends that are girlfriends still now to this day. Drew Sador, Miss Andrea Kelly, which is R. Kelly's wife. I've done work alongside of Val Warner. Like, we've done different things together. She's partnered with us on one of our hair shows because my husband and I, we also produce hair and fashion shows. We have, let's see who else. There was a lot of celebrity work that we did. We had, you remember Tommy from Martin?
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. We miss you. He did some work with us with our salon. So we had a lot of celebrity work that we had did previous of that. Shout out to Tony Harper from Hollywood Exes. He was Andrea Kelly's right hand on the show. So a lot of celebrity work. People don't know how long we've actually been doing this. Well, our Atlanta base.
Right.
doesn't know how long we've been doing this, but in Chicago, we were always doing, some type of networking, shows, classes, things like that, just to bring people together and to, give people a chance firsthand to meet, these people that they see on TV.
Yeah.
So when I got here, it just became a bridge, as in to say, and actually the bridge, I would say, happened on accident. This was God's doing. It wasn't my doing, because in Chicago, I used to have to battle in order to make sure my brand stayed on the forefront. My brand was, top of the industry. Make sure my brand carried a certain presence. Anyone that worked with my brand, your skill level had to be a certain, up to a certain par. I worked so hard to make sure everything was on point. Right. And in order to work with these celebrities, your work had to be flawless.
Yeah.
So I worked diligently to do that. But here, I got here and I was like, Lord, whatever it is you want from me, right? Because all these years I've done what Chaka wants to do, but you've given me permission to move how I wanted to move. Now I'm asking for your permission to move how you want me to move. And so I said, Lord, bless me with the clientele that you want me to have. Every single person and every single phone call that I've gotten here in Atlanta has almost been celebrity. I've worked since I've been here in Atlanta. Miss Kim Burrell, she was one of my very first celebrity clients that I touched here. And when I tell you, that's a living legend.
Yeah.
I got a phone call and said, hey, I need you to do hair on this day. And I'm like, okay. I showed up to the set. And honey, when she walked in and I did her hair. Now listen, I'm sitting here, I'm looking like, honey, like did Miss Kim Burrell just sit in my chair? I'm a honey. This is not an everyday person, okay?
Right.
And then the same thing, every single time I got a call, next thing I know, Tyrese Gibson walks in the building. He's just like, hey, what's up, y'all? And I'm like, dude, you just walked in here like we homeboys, homegirls. So, it's just a lot of people. I've also done speaking at, there was a event that I did, The Power in Loving Yourself. Miss Diane Moss, the boss. So she does an event every year.
Yes.
And
love her.
Yes, absolutely love her. And so my very first time on a stage in front of an audience was with a celebrity audience. Darren Henson from Stump the Yard, he was one of the speakers. Vivica Fox was one of the speakers. Yeah. And I myself was on this platform speaking alongside these other speakers.
Right.
So it was just like, okay, Father, what are you doing? Because I used to fight to be in these rooms.
Absolutely.
And now you're just doing it to the point where it's like, I'm not even asking, I'm being asked to be in these rooms. And I'm just like, okay, God, this is different. But this is obviously where you wanted me to be, where you intended me to be. Because at this point, I'm not fighting.
Right.
I'm not fighting to be in no room. I want to create. I want to be me. I want to help people. I want to just, allow God's aura to ooze all over me.
Yeah.
And whatever he want me to reach out and touch somebody with, that's what I want to do.
Absolutely.
Now, we do our thing, baby. We got swag on the way we do it. And that's why he allows us to be in certain rooms, because he knows certain people needs your aura. Certain people needs to see a certain thing, so that way they can even listen to what you got to say. Because it's like,
we could talk about this
all day long.
Because, my whole thing is, even in media, there can be a bunch of people doing what you do.
Yes.
Right? But they can't necessarily do it like you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you brought up fighting, which is hilarious. So, you and I, you of course are on my podcast, The Slumber Party.
Yes, The Slumber
Party. And I invited you to be on the podcast with me because it's so crazy that you made a post one day.
Yes.
And Jen and I had literally had that conversation. And the conversation was, not only representing your brand.
Yes.
Right? But you have to represent your career, your title.
Everything.
Like you can be working for somebody else's brand and say, I'm a hairstylist, I'm a makeup artist.
Absolutely.
And so your post that you made that day, that really made me sit back and say, ooh, Chaka. I gotta bring Chaka, which is crazy because initially I didn't even know who was on my radar.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's literally us, regular. Well, we think we're regular.
Yeah.
Other people don't think we're
right.
regular.
But
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you made a post and you were in your car and you were discussing the fact of people showing up to do a job such as hair, makeup, and they don't look like what they're going to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I've heard people say at some point, oh, you know, yeah, I'm a hairstylist, but I'm just so busy doing everybody's hair, and then, you know, I don't have time to do everybody's hair. And I have never agreed with that statement. It does not matter. I have never agreed with that statement because if you don't show up looking like what you do, I'm gonna have severe trauma and trust issues.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some questions.
I'm gonna have trust issues.
A whole lot of trust
issues. I can't.
Because what you gonna do for me?
Right.
You looking crazy coming in here. I don't even think you clean.
Right. So when you made the post, the timing was everything. Because Jen and I had just traveled to Texas, and she had to book a makeup artist.
Yes.
To go on the set of the show. And there was a lot of back and forth going with the makeup artist. But when she actually showed up to do the job, I was kind of looking like, I don't know. But, you know, hey. So with Jen being in front of the camera, she, of course, had to have TV makeup. Which a lot of people need to understand. There's a difference. There's a difference. Now, some people be slipping and wearing TV makeup on a regular basis, and it doesn't look great because it's a lot.
It's a whole lot going on.
It's a lot. And I had left all my makeup at home. So the young lady says, did you want me to do your makeup too? And I'm looking at her and I'm like, hell no, I'm good.
No thanks.
I just DoorDash some makeup from CVS and we're going to figure it out.
I'm going to do this myself.
But I love the fact of, you know, when we see you and you're doing things like this, you're on the podcast, you look the part. You look very professional. And somebody can look and be like, oh, her face is big.
Honey. And I will tell you this, it takes a lot of hard work.
I was going to ask you, how do you find the balance? Because if you're going, like you had to get ready today.
Yes, ma'am.
You had to get ready for this today.
Yes, ma'am.
But you could just, you know, came out the house in slides and just, hey, it's chair talk, what we doing?
Honey, when I tell you, it takes a lot of hard work. Because here it is, you have husband, because I'm a married woman. We have the children. I'm a mommy of 6, but 4 of them are little and running around here. And I have my 2 grown and gone. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all hold it down for your mama. Okay? I'm just saying. But yeah, so it's husband, the 4 little ones that's running around. And then you have the businesses, which is plural.
For sure.
Because my husband is the chef. I am beauty entrepreneur, and we have multiple beauty businesses. So it's like, okay, oversee this, oversee that, oversee that. Make sure hubby get love. Make sure the kids get their bedtime story. Make sure everybody taking a bath. Make sure this, that. It's all of these different parts. And then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you still have to show up a certain way.
Yes.
You can't walk into this room looking like your task load. So my thing is, okay, if I need to get up 2 hours early to make sure I'm taken care of first, then you gotta do it.
Yeah.
If my call time for being on set is 6 a.m. and I know I need a good 30 minutes to myself for makeup and then another hour to get dressed, okay, that's an hour and a half worth of time. You need to be up 2 hours ahead of time just for yourself. Before the mommy clock kicks in, before husband needs anything, before anybody needs anything. Where's your self-time? So it's not easy because, of course,
self-time.
Girl, you lose sleep because it's like, listen, if I don't get up at this time.
Well, you know, I don't.
Well,
naps are built into my life.
You listen, I'm trying to get like you. I'm just, I'm a little jealous right now because I need some of that action, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, you just build it in.
So Teach me how do we do
I
this?
will. Anytime somebody has an event, I have got to look and see what time it starts. Let's say it could be 12 o'clock. I can wake up at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And their event can start at 3. But I have to figure out between 8 and roughly 1
when it's nap time.
I'm going to take a nap.
So
Period.
listen,
I'm not going. If there's no nap time, if I can't build a nap into the schedule, you probably aren't going to see Mo.
So my husband has mastered this thing where he can do an instant fall asleep.
Absolutely.
So I'm between you and
Deep
him.
sleep.
I'm taking notes because I'm like I want to be able to.
You know what the issue is? You probably still think when you lay down.
I do.
You're still thinking.
It doesn't turn off.
Mine don't either, but eventually just stop thinking.
It's like, how do I stop this thing?
Stop thinking.
Oh, I'm trying.
Because it's like even when you're not working, you're working. Your brain is still processing something.
Still working.
Because like you said, you have multiple business. You have hubby. You have family.
Yes.
You know, all those different things, those pieces and those parts. So let's get into kind of where you are, because this is Atlanta, and I'm from Tennessee, and I had never experienced the Mean Girl circuit.
Okay.
Until I moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
Now I'm really feeling like it's everywhere. It's just perhaps I never paid attention. So with being a business owner, trying to get ahead, having opportunities, which you and I already know, we went to the same church. What God has for you, nobody can stop.
That's right.
From you, but that doesn't mean you don't experience the Mean Girl circuit.
You still are definitely going to experience it. I think in Chicago, I was so used to the Mean Girl circuit to the point where I just walked around with a like, don't try me because I'm gonna bite your head off.
Yeah.
But coming to Atlanta, it was more so of it was so much of a Southern hospitality here.
Really?
That I didn't experience the Mean Girl circuit. I experienced the Mean
Southern
Girl
hospitality here.
Yeah. I experienced
the mean real mean.
Girl, when I tell you Chicago don't play, honey, can y'all please, y'all know my Chi-Town babies, honey. Can you please tell them we come?
Oh my
we
goodness.
come for the jugular.
Oh my goodness.
But no, I loved everybody. My Chi-Town people, I love my Chi-Town people. But there are certain boundaries that you have to have in order for people to know. Like, listen, I'll laugh, I'll joke, I'll do all the things, but please don't play with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm about my business. I am a businesswoman at the end of the day.
For
please.
Sure.
Let's understand that. And then we can play.
Right.
You know, so but when it came to coming to Atlanta, I received a lot of Southern hospitality, and then I received not a Mean Girl circuit, I received a Mean Girl prick. That's about it, you know. And for me, I'm like, girl, my cutoff switch is so real.
Yeah.
You will not exist in my brain from that moment on.
My cutoff switch takes it takes a minute because like I really don't believe in horoscopes and stuff like that. But us Scorpios, we kind of wired different.
Okay.
And I think it takes us a little longer sometimes because we know once we done, we are just like done. You cannot ever, you can apologize.
Yeah.
Apologize.
I like it.
You can apologize.
Like
baby, we have nothing for you.
Yes.
I remember somebody apologizing to me, and I was like, I just feel
don't
so
want
bad
it.
that I don't care.
Like, I want to care, but I don't.
I don't.
Listen, I am the person that will give you the shirt off my back.
Right.
But once I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I will still smile at you, be, hey, how you doing?
Absolutely.
And still not deal with you.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm done, I'm done. My cutoff switch. Now, if I get to the point where my cutoff switch won't allow me to even speak to you, because I get along with everybody.
Yeah.
Literally almost everybody. But when it gets to the point where I'm like, I act like you didn't even walk in the room, because I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm just not that girl.
Yeah.
It takes too much energy for me to do all of that. I'd rather just block you out in entirety.
Yeah.
You don't exist.
Mm.
So, it's just one of those things. Like, if you get to that point, then you know that you've done something that was real low on the totem pole.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I'm not going. Girl, I'm not going. I ain't got time for that. I got a whole husband at home to come tend to, and kids. And
Kids.
hello,
I've been adopted as the auntie apparently.
hello, hello.
So before I let you go, tell everybody what are you currently working on, because you don't just do hair, you do makeup, you do theatrical makeup, you
Yes,
help people,
photography.
yeah, photography, you've helped people with Halloween transitions and all
Yes.
kinds of things. So what projects are you currently working on?
So, okay, y'all. God literally be waking me up in my sleep. Okay, it is
We know
a
when you go to
it
sleep.
is a thing, right? When I finally do go to sleep, he still wake me up with different dreams and ideas and tell me, do this, do that. So the latest thing on the totem pole was the Atlanta Beauty Network. And then he recently was giving me, as far as the New York Beauty Network. So that's how that came about because the Chicago Beauty Network was already established when we were in Chicago. And so once we got the beauty networks together, he's like just unveiling different things for me to do. So the podcast was one of the things, one of the assignments in order to bring the beauty industry people together. So this will be this whole chair talk will be the voice of the beauty industry professionals as well as the clients.
Yeah.
Because honey, sometimes somebody has to, get that rude awakening of your style wasn't all of that. You charge me X amount of dollars and I still look like helter skelter. And or I'm over here giving you amazing services and you trying to bargain and pay me pennies. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So, Atlanta Beauty Network wants to be that voice. The Chair Talk is going to unite and give everybody a platform to be able to express these different things and just do it on a platform where we keep it cute, but we tell the truth, all the way. But also classes. Classes are coming forth. We have summer camp coming for the little ladies, our little aspiring beauty professionals. And also, along with that, we have the overload again. Okay, my instant.
That's why she don't go to sleep.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a never ending thing.
I get it. I just. Hey, listen, my skill set is different. I take somebody in my sleep. I be okay.
Multitasking on high.
Yeah.
Okay.
High functioning.
High functioning. So the classes,
The classes,
the podcast,
the podcast.
and it was something else.
I mean, you still doing hair and makeup.
I'm, girl, listen. I promise you, I still take care of my clientele right now. Majority of my clientele, celebrity clientele. And I love you guys. Thank you, Jesus, for the amazing opportunities and everything that's come forth because it's been fun.
Let me just say, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Because I remember.
I,
I'm proud of you, and you know why. I just think when God aligns us with people and situations happen,
yes.
unfortunately, people like to play God and they do themselves a disservice.
Absolutely.
And for people, because I've had it happen to me. Oh well, I'm kicking you out of this situation, so you're not going to be able to move forward.
Right.
And I can remember thinking, oh my God, they were my plug.
Yes.
What am I going to do? And God never allowed me to stop. Like, zero beat skip.
Zero beat skip. Brain fog is over. The Runway Legacy Hair and Fashion Show.
Oh yeah, we made a theme song for that.
Absolutely. So theme song is getting ready to be in full effect because the Runway Legacy Hair and Fashion Show, we did that several years in Chicago. And so now God was like, yeah, bring it to Atlanta.
Yeah, and then take it to New York.
And then take it to New York because we did a cameo in New York. When I tell you, amazing, right there in the middle of Times Square. We had cameras everywhere. The whole Times Square was lit up. Our model, she broke down in tears like, oh my God, like everybody's asking me for autographs. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my people in New York, when I tell you, love y'all, because, yeah, it's going down. So, yeah, I had to kind of rewind it for a minute. I'm like, okay, this. The show, the hair and fashion show, the Runway Legacy, is the baby of bringing everything together, all of the products that we've taught the people, all of the knowledge, all of the skill, the physical skill, That's what we get to show off. We get to show off, show out, and then of course let our audience link up and meet some of these
Yeah.
celebrities and have their moment of fame and fortune and fun. Yeah, it's all of that star
So
studded.
this goes without saying, but I have to ask because I love when we can bring it all together. What legacy do you feel like you want to leave?
That is a very good question.
Because it could be morals, values,
And
any of those things,
that
all of
more
those
so,
things.
yes, and that more so than anything, is important to me. Integrity.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if you're watching me. It doesn't matter if no one's around to watch me.
Hmm.
I always want to operate and move with integrity. I don't care if it's a lint ball somewhere and I know it's not supposed to be in there. I'm not going to be the one that just, sweep it under the rug and be like, oh, they ain't going to know. I want to operate with integrity on
Hmm.
every level in every situation because you never know how it comes back around.
For sure.
People in one season that you think you're done with can easily come back around and be your bridge for the next season. So,
Well, not mine, but
I mean, well, that's a little different. Your case is a little different, honey. I'm just saying.
they say don't burn bridges.
You're right.
But I am a firm believer. If you
want to
don't
set it on
plan on
fire.
going back over that bridge, baby, go let that thing burn
What you
and
say?
don't look back.
With
Be
gasoline.
like, oh, somebody go help. You know what I mean? Like,
Understood.
that's integrity as well.
Understood.
I ain't gonna bother you. You don't bother me.
What you say? Look, we are just fine on our separate sides of the bridge.
Absolutely, because I told you when you said what you said, I'ma pray, baby. Go pray that I win the lottery numbers instead.
Listen,
don't waste your prayer on that.
I promise you. I was like, Mo,
And you
I'm
so
gonna pray.
serious.
I was so serious. I was like, Mo, I'm gonna pray for the situation. I'm gonna pray that it gets better. Girl, don't waste your. I said, Mo.
And you were so serious, and as was I.
You,
Because don't waste your. Don't take up God's time wasting it on that prayer. If you gonna pray for me, baby, let's pray for something that I need.
Y'all keep praying for my sis over here, okay? Because
I still stand tall on that. Pray for something I need. I ain't need that.
Lord,
I said pray for the lottery numbers, baby.
Pray for the lottery numbers. What you say? I need all of that, please and thank you.
But I look forward to watching your growth, being a part of your growth.
Because you know you ain't going nowhere, right?
I know you did everybody's face on the slumber party, and I because people don't wear makeup.
Yes.
So that was like my first time really seeing my friends beat down to the guys. That was like my first time. And when I say across the board, across the board, because I wear makeup every day.
I know.
And I don't even let people play on my face.
No,
so I must trust you to let you play on my face.
Absolutely.
Like, to beat my face down.
I'm thankful.
But those girls, I have never seen them with their face. And it was, it's not just that you did it. I appreciate that because the Atlanta Beauty Network sponsored the show. Yes. I appreciate that you did that. But I'm always a firm believer that when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you produce better.
Come on.
I feel that. I really feel like that. And you could just tell, they couldn't see themselves when you were doing it. Right. They didn't see themselves to the end.
And to the end. Yep.
And baby, some of them girls slept in that makeup.
Baby, it was an alter ego.
Jen made about 50 TikToks. She was like, baby, I'm finna get my wear out this
yes,
face
ma'am.
tonight.
Everybody gonna see this
Everybody gonna see this face.
Honey.
So shout out to you just for making them feel beautiful.
Thank you.
In PJs. Baby,
yes, we're sexy. Yes.
We're not playing with
Come on, sexy PJ
and
crew.
We've had such amazing feedback. So thank you for helping me bring that all together.
Absolutely.
Because that was one less thing I had to worry about.
Honey, if I got it, you got it. And same thing, vice versa. You've always been like that for me. So,
I appreciate you making the ladies dolled up.
Because they was cute, girl.
And they still sharing them photos, baby. Them photos is not going nowhere.
They was so
if
cute.
Y'all see Atlanta Beauty Network, Miss Chaka Cotton, the Slumber Party, just know that's the whole collab right there.
Yes, ma'am. We love a good collab.
So before I let you go, tell everybody, I want to know how they can get involved with the hair fashion show, all of that.
Yes.
And where they can find you in all your pages. Tell them all your pages.
Yes. Okay. So if you go to my main page, Mrs. Chaka Cotton. So it's Mrs. period Chaka Cotton. You'll be able to see everything that I do. So there's the Atlanta Beauty Network, the link for that. the link for the Chicago Beauty Network, the link for the Runway Legacy Show, which is the hair and fashion show, and also Cinema Styles. I think I ran out of room on my bio, so I'm like, there's not enough room for me to get everything up here, but most of the links are there. Now, you can always DM me and say, hey, I want to get involved with the show, or I want to get involved with the network, or I want to be a feature on the podcast. You can always DM me and I'll be able to see it there. However, we have an 800 number. If you want to get right in front of me, honey, because when I tell you, the clients be calling, honey, they do not be playing. They want to know about the classes. They want to know about the shows. They want to know about everything. So,
not mad.
800-272-0052. That gets you to the network. So you can branch and either reach the Atlanta, Chicago, or the New York Beauty Network from that extension. So once you're in the call queue, it'll route you and get you exactly where you need to go. But yes, my direct extension is number 5. Call me. I'll plug you in exactly where you need to go. But yeah, my main page, Mrs. Chaka Cotton. And then make sure that you're tuned in to the Atlanta Beauty Network on Instagram as well as YouTube, because that's where the juice is happening, honey. The tea is teeing.
The tea is teeing. I'm super proud of you. I look forward to seeing everything that you do and watching your elevation and your growth, like I said. Because
yes, ma'am.
You just came and took Atlanta by storm.
Honey.
And Lord knows
eyeballs.
We had stuff going on at church, and we was like, "Are we gonna see each other?"
Right, like what is going on?
But we're here, so I'm super thankful for that.
Yes, ma'am.
And just bless people, bless others. You keep doing what you're doing, giving back, and watch it return. And
yes,
be
ma'am.
And multiply.
Yes, we love multiplication.
I would give y'all my social media handles, but
yes. She would, and she will, and she shall.
She didn't say that.
Sure did.
You can find me on Christian Mingles. I'm just saying, find me on Christian. No, my social media page is Miss Mo Clark on IG, and if you put that in on Google, it should pop up, and you'll find me everywhere else. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Cheers Talk, and we out.
Yes.
Welcome to Chaka. Welcome to Chaka.